It's a different kind of campaign. Don Wiviott's run for the U.S. Congress.
The response to the van's been good. I was horrified when I saw my face on the side of it. And it's also very cool that a large percentage of the time we're running on cooking grease instead of diesel, pure diesel.
It's a campaign of ideas.
But what this relates back to is we are a state of small businesses. In order to have self-sufficiency for our families, we have to have a good economy in northern New Mexico. I've been creating jobs for 13 years here. I chair the Economic Development Department for 2 different mayors in Santa Fe. And we need someone who will get out and fight to have a strong economy, a deep economy in northern New Mexico.
It's a campaign that's going town to town, person to person. Don Wiviott understands northern New Mexico.
Water, of course, is probably the most important resource that we have in New Mexico. Right now, we're building a project and we're capturing the gray water, the water from the sinks and from the showers and everything else, as well as cisterns, running that back through the plumbing, through the toilets. We don't use potable water in the toilets. I mean, what could be more valuable in northern New Mexico than conserving water and then also giving people a sense of community in the place where they live? To the best of my knowledge, there's nobody in Congress that's actually done anything with sustainable housing or actual building. I mean, who better to be in the House than somebody who's actually built a house? And the other part of it is knowing from a business perspective that there's ways that small business people can thrive and prosper by providing these changes and also figure out answers to the problems. And that's what we've been doing for years. So that would be good. That's cool. My veterinary school. I married a woman that had 2 teenagers. That proves that I'm into things that are difficult. But it's important to me to do the right thing, and I intend to keep doing that. And I enjoy a hard fight. I enjoy fighting for what's right. And that's why I've never taken the easy route, and that's why I'm doing this. I studied environmental studies when I was in college, but everybody thought I was insane, because back then it was different.
He's the environmentalist.
His commitment to what he was doing impressed me.
And he's honest and forthright. He goes for what he believes in. He has big dreams and big vision, and he doesn't back away from trying to achieve them, no matter how difficult they may seem.
My dad was the first guy in his family to go to college. My mom grew up where there was 13 people under one roof, but because her mom was so adamant about education, every one of those kids in that generation got to go to college and they prospered. So I think it's fundamentals. I think you need training, you need opportunity. I mean, my parents' avenue to success was through education. They came from poor families. And they passed that along to myself and my sister.
Don Wiviott knows better schools are vital to a strong northern New Mexico.
Is elevating teacher salaries. And that's another essential ingredient.
Reform No Child Left Behind. Early childhood education to get our kids ready. When it comes to family health care, Don Wiviott will fight for ensuring New Mexico children and making health care more affordable for all Americans.
There is a way to implement health care that helps everyone, and the federal government needs to learn from the states.
And when it comes to the war in Iraq, he opposes it.
You got to get out. And my plan for ending the war.
Don Wiviott represents our issues, our values, in the Tom Udall tradition.
People in New Mexico have an amazing depth of knowledge and heart. They have the ability to contribute to not only their own local economy, but also to the rest of the country as a cultural center. And also as people that are very hardworking. Some of them live in cities. Most of the people actually live in rural areas. And they're feeling the pinch.
Our state and our country need a man like Don Wiviott in Washington.
And I respect him because he's authentic. There's nothing phony about this man.
So when I get to Congress, I am not going to stop fighting for what's right. I'm going to keep fighting for things that are innovative, that have an impact on people's daily lives, and I want to have a platform to do that for northern New Mexico by serving people in Congress.
Don Wiviott, a proud Democrat, northern New Mexico's next hard-working congressman. Don Wiviott wants to bring new energy and a progressive voice to Washington. To join his effort, call 505-820-2008 or check us out on the web, www.donfornewmexico.com.
I'm Don Wiviott. I approve this message.